Hello, and welcome back to the Strategy Game Butt Kicker channel. I'm your host, Strategy Game Butt Kicker, and we are again looking at this campaign I have going where I have been invaded over and over and over and over again as Germany. Useful information. The war has really been going. And let's see if we can find the most recent. I could just search for myself. Let's see. So the most recent tally, I have had some heavy losses. I've had 12,700 troop losses across, infantry and tanks and all this kind of stuff. I've had some pretty heavy losses. Iraq has had heavier losses, but I've still had much heavier losses than I want to. I was going at better. I was killing more than 2 to every 1 lost for a while. But then this happened. He started hitting me with planes. And unfortunately, this is a strategic error on my part. I have not been sufficiently prepared to deal with airplanes. Ironic, since I am typically an airplane player, but I'm not sufficiently prepared for that. Now, I do have anti-aircraft ability. One of the reasons I made armored fighting vehicles is because they are both very good at dealing with infantry, and they are very good at dealing with planes. Or they're kind of good at dealing with planes. So my infantry has some anti-aircraft. My armored fighting vehicles have some anti-aircraft. I have taken out, I think, 1 air superiority fighter. He has taken out a lot more than that. He has heavy bombers and air superiority fighters attacking me, and I have lost several troops based on that. And in this group here, my armored fighting vehicle will soon be dead. And I still have some infantry. They're still hitting back. I would not be surprised if I take out one of his heavy bombers before it's done. I don't know. I can't say for sure. But, so his bombers are a problem for me now. And yes, I have neglected to fully account for others who may be using air. It's not something I typically come across. And generally, as an air player, I have some easy ways of dealing with that, but I don't here. So I have started researching today. I started researching a SAM launcher. Now, I don't need that to protect my homeland. If he's just sending 4 planes, 2 heavy bombers, and 2 air superiority fighters, as long as nobody else is getting involved in this, I can withstand that. Right now, he's not reaching all of my country. He could with just the bombers themselves. But right now, he cannot take out everything I have using his little bombers here. But before I actually invade his country in any meaningful way, I do have this one little guy with 2.4 HP and 1.3 attack. This poor little guy is invading and may take a few provinces before he's killed somehow. This little guy is more of a distraction, and if Iraq doesn't pay proper attention, he might take some territory. But so far, Iraq is still losing. I am gaining ground. Iraq has actually gone from being the number 2 to the number 3 spot. So this is a costly war for him. He has lost a lot of armor, a lot of troops, as have I. We both lost a lot. He's lost more than I have. He is currently invading over here too. So he has an armored fighting vehicle, and he has 2 armored fighting vehicles and some infantry coming in along here. So now here is a useful thing. When you are being invaded, this is a useful defensive strategy. And that is, so I'm going to take my little guy here, and I'm not actually going to move him, but I'm going to hit the move button. And that's going to show me where all the roads are that lead from one place to another. Now, right now, I'm bringing troops together right here. And there are a few reasons why I've chosen here. One is because I have anti-tank vehicles, And they don't do as well in mountains. I do not want to go into the mountains with my anti-tank vehicles. And this is not mountainous territory. So I want a bunch of roads converge right here. This little guy may decide to run straight for my capital. If he does, he's going to pass through here. He may decide to take Innsbruck and then head up to Munich and then go for my capital. If he does, he's going to go right through here. He may decide to take Innsbruck and Bregenz and Munich and go for the capital. He's coming through here. He may decide to take whatever. In most cases, unless he goes way out of his way to avoid this point, he's coming through here when he comes up. Now, it is possible that he could come along here, but he's probably not going to do that. He's probably not going to take the long path through all this territory to get to my main cities. He's probably going to be looking at taking out my main cities. That's why he's here. And he's not going to take the long way around. He's going to take the short way. So I am moving stuff right here where I can meet his little convoy in reasonably favorable territory. I will definitely lose Venice. I may lose one or two or more of these, but probably not going to be more, because to get to Munich, he's going to be passing through here. So I'm going to lose a few cities. I'll have to take them back. And I'll have to wait for them to cool down and become friendly again. But I fully expect that he is going to wind up right at this point. And when he is, I'm going to stop him, because I have these anti-tank, I have infantry rolling in. I don't expect this to go anywhere. So far, all of his attempts at attacking, except for using this. This is a problem for me, ironically, and this has been a strategic failure. I have failed to do this correctly. I should have had SAMs already, or mobile anti-air artillery. I should have had something more than just depending on the anti-air of my infantry and my armored fighting vehicles. Those will eventually take care of this, but I could lose a lot before that happens, because it's not as effective as what I should have had going. All right, so as of right now, his other coalition mates have not gotten involved, which is good. The only way in which they're involved, and this will always be the case when you're fighting a coalition, they can use each other's bases and stuff. He is flying out of Ankara, which means I can't just go over and take out Ankara and take away his ability to use his bombers, unfortunately. But that's just the way it works. When you're fighting somebody who's in a coalition, they will be able to use others' bases and things, and there's just not necessarily anything you can do about that. So at this point, I'm definitely in the game. I still have lots of troops. I'm guessing I probably have more than he does at this time. I am taking back territory. Yes, he is about to be taking some territory, but I'm going to take that back too. He's going to lose these guys, and I'm going to take that back. And eventually, I'm going to be moving in here. I do want to get those SAMs ready before I do that. So I'm probably going to have to make a couple of airfields to make it easier to move some things around. But once I do that, I'm going to be moving in here in a more major way. And if you keep watching, I suspect that as long as it stays between me and Iraq, in a couple of days, you're going to see me sitting in Baghdad. So that is my prediction. I may turn out to be wrong. The strategy game butt kicker may, in fact, get his butt kicked in this game, depending. But at this point, I am predicting that it will still be a butt kicking for Iraq. And I invite you to keep coming back and watching and see if that happens. Also, if you have any suggestions for me, if you have any suggestions on how to deal with these stinking bombers, even though I don't have any dedicated anti-aircraft stuff, feel free to do that. To be honest, I don't want to. I'm not going to make planes. I'm not going to make planes. And I was about to say I may wind up making planes. If I lose in this world, if I do not come out on top in this world because I didn't make planes, it is still going to have been a heck of an adventure, won't it? It will have still been a lot of fun, and it will have still been very educational. It will have been educational for me. Hopefully it will have been educational for you too. You'll be learning some strategies for using armor, and the next time, maybe, I won't go without planes also. So anyway, thank you for stopping by and watching. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already, comment if you want to. I am interested in hearing what you think about how this is going on. So far, I haven't had many comments lately, including on this this armor game, which is unfortunate because this is really not just fun for me to do. It is also educational. I am learning things about strategizing with armor as I go. I'm doing a lot of this flying by the seat of my pants because I am not an armor player. I have used armored fighting vehicles in the past. I had never, before this game, I had never made an anti-tank vehicle. I've never made a tank. So, I'm learning a lot about doing this. And it's fun, and I hope it's fun for you to watch. So thanks for stopping by. Please return, and I will see you probably tomorrow.